Hi, I'm going to save you a lot of time by showing you how you can create self-graded quizzes on Google Docs using Google Docs forms. It's really simple. First thing that you want to do is go to your Google Drive and hit Create Form. You want to first pick a theme for your form. And then title your form. And then add your questions. You can add lots of different things. You can add questions that require text, paragraph text, multiple choice, check boxes, choose from a list, a pull-down list. You can add section headers, page breaks, videos, images. Or you can have students enter the date, the time. You also want to make sure that you add a message when they've submitted it, and then you can have them link to submit another response. You can publish and show a public link to the results. So for example, if you were doing a polling class and you wanted kids to be able to see other kids' responses, and then you can click on if you want to allow your students to edit their responses after submitting. So this is what a quiz might look like in the editing page. So I've titled one, 4th of July. I have a place for the students to write their name, to fill in their email, which is really important because you want to send the results to them. And then I have 6 questions here on the 4th of July. So after you've created your form, you want to go to the live form. So up here would be the address for the form. And you want to fill it out, either as the teacher or you can call it key, so that you have the answers in your answer sheet. So your results are going to look like this. You're going to have the name of the student, their email, and their answers. From here, you go up to add-ons, and you're going to actually get an add-on because you probably don't have this app yet. But the app is called Flubaroo. And we're going to grade the assignment. You see that it's working down here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, this will be replacing your existing grades because I actually was fooling around with this and I already graded it once. I'm sure I want to continue. Okay, now the first thing that we have to do is we have to decide how many points each of the questions is worth. So the questions that identify students are obviously worth anything. So this is kind of the default. It gives 1 point for each of the questions. Now, if some questions you want it to be worth more than 1 point, or maybe you didn't even want it to count in the grading, you could just hit skip grading. Okay? And the next thing that we're going to have to say is like, all right, here are all the responses. Well, which response are the correct answers? So in this case, key is the correct answers. So we'll hit continue. And then magically, it's going to correct all the responses and give us some interesting data. Oh, great, there's a problem. That's what happens when you're showing off. Here we go. So, here's the student, Jimmy Johnson, got 5 points, or an 83. And you can see if you've allowed them to submit their scores more than once, how many times it was submitted till they finally got their final result. And there you have it. And you can then have this data to see what the responses were for the students and if they got it correct or not correct. 1 means they got the answer correct. 0 means that they did not get the answer correct. Now you could also go back to your responses to see exactly what answer the students had put if you were interested in doing that. Okay, then the other thing that you're going to want to do is email the grades to the students so that they get a printout of their responses. So include the list of the questions and scores and include the answer key, and then you can add a message to your students up. Here's your work on the 4th of July assignment. And this is what it looks like for the students when they get their report emailed to them. They'll get, this one is incorrect, this was their answer, and this is the correct answer. And there you have it. That's how to create self-graded quizzes on Google Docs. I want to just note that I used multiple choice questions. You can also use true and false questions, fill in the blanks. It can be a little tricky when you're asking them to write a term down, because the term would have to be exactly the same as the answer key. So if they put the something or they added an S, it would be marked as incorrect, and that would probably be a pain in the neck for you. They can also use Google Docs simply just to hand in their homework, and you could score it online. Thank you. I hope this was helpful. I hope it ends up saving you some time.